In this video, we leave Route 132 and the province of Quebec and head into New Brunswick. We spent a brief overnight in Shediac, New Brunswick, which is home of the world's largest lobster and some really good lobster rolls, before we head into Nova Scotia. It's in our first few days in Nova Scotia that we start to hear about hurricane alerts and wonder that we may have to change our travel plans a little bit. So keep watching to see how we decide to weather the storm. But first, we spend an enjoyable time at a harvest house in Annapolis Valley, followed by a sobering visit to the historic Grand Prix historic site, which honors the ingenuity, hard work, and suffering of the Acadians that settled in that valley in the 1700s. So, let's go. Okay, good morning. We are in Nova Scotia. We just crossed into the province. As an avid rug hooker, one of the first stops I had to make in Nova Scotia was at the Deanne Fitzpatrick Rug Hooking Studio and Gallery, where I bought some supplies and met Deanne Fitzpatrick herself. What a beautiful studio. After Amherst, we headed over to Wolfville, where we were spending the night with a harvest host called Lightfoot and Wolfville Winery. So we're just wandering around Lightfoot and Wolfville vineyards. This is a little trail that they have off their property onto, looks like a rail trail because it's nice and flat. It's called the Harvest Moon, and that way takes you into Grand Prix, and that way takes you into Wolfville. Wolfville's about a mile and a half, kilometer and a half from here. So we're just going to walk back into the winery. There's a lovely little creek. It rained earlier today, so the creek is quite high. Once a thriving Acadian settlement, Grand Prix is now a memorial to the tragic upheaval of those that settled and farmed in the valley. With tides of over 11 meters, the Acadians reclaimed lands using traditional techniques such as dikes, wooden sluices, and a drainage network. The memorial chapel documents the tensions between Britain and France, and eventually the expulsion of over 1,000 Acadians when they were forcibly removed from their homes, their lands confiscated, and the villages burned. After our tour at Grand Prix, we headed out for lunch at a winery in Wolfville. It is during our lunch that we decide how we're going to weather the storm as we get an update on the pending hurricane that's fast approaching. Hey there. So we are in Dartmouth. We're at Hampton Inn Suites, and we will be taking out a bunch of stuff from the van. We're going to be staying here for the next couple of days. There is a hurricane watch on. Well, it's not a watch, actually. It'll be coming through western Halifax tomorrow and Sunday. So we have decided to come to a hotel in the city for a couple of nights, so we avoid having to live through a hurricane. We booked a suite with a fridge, so Derek's just gone up with all the stuff from our fridge and our freezer. And I'm just continuing to pack up a few things to take up, and we are going to snuggle in at this hotel for a couple of days and ride it out and see how it goes. So I've just come out to the van because I'm going to cook dinner. It is quite windy out, and it's a tropical storm now. It's been downgraded to tropical storm. So the hurricane has passed through. So we are leaving the hotel in Dartmouth. We are heading back on the road. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's like summer again. And yeah, so we're heading towards Lindbergh today. And really looking forward to getting back on the road.